Hi, I'm Corey Mintz, and this week on Fed, we are cooking some meat with friends. I have a couple friends who both confess to, how should I put this?
Not knowing what we're doing with meat.
And I, in my condescending male best, decided that I would mansplain how to cook a piece of meat. Do either of you want to womansplain mansplaining?
No.
Look it up. It's on the internet. So I thought, you know what? A lot of people are not comfortable with meat. They don't like getting their hands dirty. And the first step is like, let's just cook a piece of beef, a piece of chicken, a piece of fish, and that's what we're going to do today. This is the key, and this is the thing to repeat yourself. The trick in frying is to prevent the outside from overcooking before the inside is done. It's going to be the same basic method whether we're cooking beef, chicken, fish. I'm going to start from room temp, of course, so that the heat can permeate the center as opposed to starting with a cold piece where, by the time the center is cooked, the outside is overcooked. Season it with salt. Beautiful. Be much more generous than that. And get my pan nice and hot, but not crazy hot so it fills up the whole room. It's too hot.
You say that because of the amount of smoke coming off of
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
A little bit of veg oil, not olive oil, because that has a low smoking point and it starts to burn. Meat goes into the pan. We don't move it around because all meat, even tofu, all proteins form a quick bond with the pan. And if you try to move it too quickly, it tears. But soon it releases from the pan, and then we just kind of move it around so it gets an even heat and it builds a crust. And we just lift it up and look for that crust. We flip it over, we build that same crust on the other side. And then I slide it in the oven. The reason I do that is in the pan it's getting this direct heat on one side, and in the oven it's getting the surrounding heat. So it's going to cook more evenly through to the center. Color's looking good. How does it feel? We're touching it. We just keep poking it, and we begin to learn the difference in texture. And the old trick that I was shown, and it's not 100%, but like your hand loose like this, that's like raw beef.
Right.
Closed like that, that's like medium beef, and like a tight fist is like well done. You begin to learn to trust your senses for how the feeling of it as a raw piece of salmon or beef goes from raw to cooked. And then when we're ready, we slice it open. And if it's not done, we pop it back in, but we do that, 5 or 10 times, and you learn to do it by touch. Yeah, is that a nice piece of meat? Let's taste it. You cooked it. Yeah, you did that. Both Galit and Calvin have cooked something today. What did you learn that you could pass on to other people?
Salt. Putting tons of salt on both sides of the meat. I thought I put a ton of salt on there. Could use more salt. So not being afraid of salt.
Doesn't all make it in. Galit?
I did not know that you should not use olive oil for pan-searing. I thought you just used olive oil for everything. So,
There you go.
no olive oil, no sesame oil.
And for thestar.com, I'll see you next week. Always remember to look away into the camera while you're using a knife and slicing.